Hey Motor Machine fans, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about how to use a minivan to haul a motorcycle. Before we begin, please support my channel by hitting the subscribe button and turning on notifications. Now the question is why I would use a minivan to haul a motorcycle. Well, I own a 2004 Toyota Sienna minivan, and I needed something to get me to the track for track days. Now there are a few things to consider. First of all, the height of the bike versus the height of the rear opening of the van, the length of the bike versus the available length of the interior of the van, and how do you plan to tie the bike down. On the 2004 Sienna, the rear opening was approximately 41 inches in height. I had to either remove the front fairing or shorten the top of the fairing to allow the bike to clear the lowest point of the rear opening of the minivan. I chose to cut the top of my fairing down to avoid removal of the fairing. As you can see from the two pictures, I cut the front fairing down to approximately the height of the front brake fluid reservoir. This gave me approximately 1 inch of clearance when I pushed the bike through the opening. The next consideration is the length of the bike versus the length of the interior of the van. The interior length of the rear of my Toyota Sienna van is approximately 8 feet. Which meant that my bike was able to fit if it was pulled all the way up to the front. The last consideration is how you plan to support the bike and strap it down in the van. I used a trackside wheel chock to allow the bike to stand upright before strapping it down. Another option would be to use a wheel vise like the ones that you use for table lifts. Or you can just strap it down using tie downs without using a chock at all. Now we're going to talk about how to load the bike onto the minivan. This could be a one-person or two-person job, depending on how many times you've done it before. For the first time, I would suggest having someone around to help you figure out the logistics of how you want to position your body and how you want to get the bike in. You would put your bike in neutral and push it up the ramp. If you're comfortable with it, you can actually have the bike on and just feather the clutch and slowly allow the bike to drive itself up the ramp. Keep your hand on the brake while you're doing this. Once you get to the opening, make sure that you have the clearance to get in. Get the bike through the opening, line it up with a wheel chock, and push it up onto the wheel chock. Turn the bike off if it was on, and then use your tie downs to strap the bike down to the anchor points for the seats. Another consideration is using some plywood underneath where the bike is going to roll to prevent damage to the carpeting as well as the seat back. Now you're ready for track day. Everything that was used for this project will be listed in the description below. I hope this video was helpful in getting you to the track. Once again, thank you for watching, and please subscribe and hit notifications to support my channel.